Number 5, I learned how to draw people quicker and better. I just took a big leap in my art. I'll explain why later, but I can draw people much faster. I got a couple of examples. This is me and my family. Drew that from a picture, though. Pictures I did in person. This is one of my favorites, and I'll add more pictures later for those who want to see it. Just let me know, whatever. But this is an older couple from my church, the Govons. They posed for it because I had to get a picture of them. I really love them, and I wanted to get a picture of them. And like they posed, and it only took 30 minutes. That's what I liked about it. So it was like years ago, if I did a picture like that, it would took me about an hour, 3 hours. But somehow I kept getting a lot of practice and more practice. And also, I started doing things differently with my other stuff. I make the Josh's Journal characters, but also started making animals, and they started looking better. They would look better than my Josh's Journal characters, so I pushed myself artistically. Number 4, YouTube. Well, for my life, this is talking about my life. YouTube blew up for me this year, for 2008. It blew up so much that this blog is not going on that YouTube account that I have because I don't want 1,000 people looking at it already. That's how much it blew up. I went from the beginning of 2008 to having like 20 subscribers to having 900 subscribers. I just started filming more videos, little quick shorts and stuff, even put some Josh's Journal stuff up. I actually have more of a fan base on YouTube than in Jackson when I was putting my stuff on Jackson. So, but it was a good universal place. I had people from like Australia talking about my show. I loved it. I was like, wow, this is actually building me some confidence, and I tried stuff out with them. So anytime, because they'll be honest with you, they'll be completely honest with you. So I put some videos up that I'm like, I wonder what people would think about it. Let me put it on YouTube, and they'll tell me straight up. So that was probably one of the best things that happened for me for 2008. Number 3, very serious subject, was Jada Phillips. That's my best friend, Marcus, also known 730. He had his first child for 2008. She was born February 2008, but passed away July 31st, 2008. That was pretty hard to see that. She was like a niece to me. She was the only newborn baby I held in my arms other than family. Before her, I only held 3 newborn babies in my arm. Malik, my brother, and my daughter. That was it. Everybody else, I was like, I'll wait till they get older. But I had to hold Jada in my arms. And I think she actually spoke to me. That's what was weird. She was real quiet around me, but when I held her, she spoke. That touched my heart. So it really broke my heart when she passed. But it was really hard to see her parents go through this. That was like one of the hardest things I had to witness. I know it was very hard for Marcus. But I always tell him that she was an angel. That she came down, she was an angel. And one thing I really thought about was I noticed after talking to a lot of people had miscarriages. It was like almost everybody I knew that had a kid, it's like they have a miscarriage first. Like almost like this is your test of having a kid. And like they didn't have a miscarriage. And I told Marcus I felt like Jada was supposed to be a miscarriage, but she was so strong that she pushed through that. And plus I think that was showing how strong God is also, and that she was here for a reason. So much love, rest in peace, Jada Phillips. Alright, number 2. 2008 was the only year where I was a substitute teacher. I got to know the city of Jackson through their teenagers. But yeah, I was a substitute teacher only for 2008. That's the only year I did that. I started off as a construction worker, but wasn't making enough money, so I had to quit. So I was like, well, I applied to be a substitute teacher the year before, but just didn't show up for it. So I went back for it and got it and started the next day. Started off, I was sub at a elementary school, but I learned that they took out a lot of discipline in school, which I thought was a stupid idea, because it don't make no sense to let little kids run over you, and then they got security all over them when they're in middle school and high school, and they don't know what's going on. And I learned that they kind of babied a lot of a lot of the students, and then I thought that was very stupid because they were hard on me and my classmates, so we can handle the real world. So I really feel for the students that's going out into the real world now, because they're gonna learn. It's gonna be a bigger jump. They get it real easy in school, and then they're gonna be in trouble with life when that happens. So the dumbest thing I ever heard was when I was at the substitute teacher conference, and they said, well, you can't keep a student in the corner. How would you feel if you was in the corner? And I was like, well, that was stupid. They supposed to be punished. That's why they call it punishment. But anywho, I started subbing at high schools. Got to know them very, very well, and I started drawing them. That's how I learned to draw faster. I like this one. She worked with me in my other job. Saw her every day, so that's why I drew her pretty well. This guy, his turned out pretty good. And this girl, so I had a lot of practice with them. And you know, kids, they were my heart. They were my heart. They were very. I learned a lot about teenagers, and that helped for my show and things like that. So I really, really enjoyed being a substitute teacher. One of my favorite jobs, not the favorite, but one of the favorites. And number one for my biggest move to number one for 2008 is my biggest move to California. Never been to California before 2008 in my entire life. Everybody in my family has, and then me and my wife went to visit because I was, you know, we planned on moving there because we both made a list of what different places we would like to move to, and the things I want to do, I need to be in a bigger place. I couldn't stay in Mississippi for nothing. Like, I kind of wish I could, but I couldn't because it was a hometown, but I had to leave for better things. So one of the things we both agreed on was California. So I was like, well, let's go there, and loved it. But I couldn't move my whole family. I really couldn't look for a job all the way out in Mississippi. I would apply for places, and they were like, well, we can't hire you. You're in Mississippi. That's all they looked at, Mississippi. So it's like, me and my wife both agreed I need to leave Mississippi. I need to be out in California first to get something better. So that's what I did, but I had to make the big sacrifice and leave my family behind. So I'm up here by myself right now, and kind of hurts because I miss them. Went from seeing them every single day to have to hear them through the phone and stuff. It's kind of hard, but found out my dad did the exact same thing when he was around my age. We moved from Chicago to Mississippi, and he moved me, my sister, and my mom to Mississippi, and he stayed in Chicago and worked and stuff and sent us money, things like that. And they were separated for like a few months, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So that's what's going on for 2008. Hope you enjoyed my video blog. I will try to make more of whatever comes to mind. This is mainly for me and for whoever wants to watch it. You don't have to watch it, no big deal. I won't get hurt because this is just for me to watch.